Wahala not too much like this. This is how they rearrested Sowore after releasing him on bail, saying that the order came from the IGP saying they should rearrest him. Why? Because they said he called the police name. What name did he call them? What name have they been bearing before now? This is just injustice. Watch this video.
Nigerian Inspector General of Police Oga Kayode Egbetokun, first PPRO police spokesperson Oga Benjamin Hundeyin, Nigerian police ori buruku lense o. Ori buruku oshilense o Nigerian police. Make una dey think about una life and una retirement o, because this power you will not be here hold it forever. First PPRO Oga Benjamin Hundeyin, you remember that people been there before you. Oga Muyiwa Adejobi just doing own, he don't come out. Now you are doing your own again o. So all of this una drama and calisthenics of arresting Sowore, arrest this person. Una talk say that you arrested Sowore according to your press statement. You say you arrest Sowore because the 11 people you arrested from Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, they write statement. They say that they were lured by Sowore to protesting in restricted areas in violation or being contravention of a court order. Nigerian police, so when I know what that they call court order. So Nigerian police knows how to obey court orders. Ori buruku lense. Nigerian police, where is the judgment that gave that instruction, and who is the judge, and when was it served to the persons that were involved to take notice of not protesting in restricted areas? First PPRO Oga Benjamin Hundeyin, we want to know what you define by the word restricted areas under Constitution of Nigeria. Wetin exactly be restricted areas? Where be the place where people supposed to protest go and not to protest go? We want to know what the Constitution defines as restricted area. Nigerian police, share una sabi say the right to peaceful assembly and protest is a constitutionally guaranteed right for Nigerians. And you as law enforcement are supposed to help to protect that right. It is your duty to ensure that the citizens exercise those rights. Nigerian police, shall we know say those places where you call restricted area according to you, that's Aso Rock, National Assembly. Do you know that it is the People's Parliament? Do you know that Aso Rock is not Tinubu's guest house? It is the people's house. And National Assembly is not Akpabio's palace. It is the people's parliament. So when the people decide that they are not happy with what government is doing and they want to register their protest, they are supposed to take their protest to the seat of government to make their voices heard as part of a democracy. And you come out and tell us that there are restricted areas. That is, if Nigerians want protest, where is unrestricted area? That is, we are to protest to where Amadi or Shrine or Ayilala or Sambisa Forest. Now there we go. Those are unrestricted areas for criminals and terrorists to overtake. Shame on you, Nigerian police. Ori buruku lense. You cannot continue like this, Nigerian police, because you have done it for 65 years and there is no way forward. Look at the life. People where they come out to come talk, say make country better, those are the ones you go after. Those are the ones you see. Why be said that all the protests, the only protests where police know they tear gas. Now the ones where politicians pay, make they come protest against protest. The people who were protesting against Free Nnamdi Kanu, why did you not give them restricted areas? How many court judgment or order did you get for those ones? Nigerian police oshilense, ori buruku lense. Or during the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, most of your officers where they shoot the tear gas, they were not shooting on the ground. No. They shoot directly at human beings to intentionally cause harm. Tomorrow when I go they pray, say make you retire and live a good life. Look at what a police force that is supposed to uphold law and order. When a protest is going on, it is your duty to ensure it is not hijacked by criminals. Protect government infrastructure and ensure that the protest is gone as planned. But the people where they turn peaceful protest to violence, now when are the same law enforcement who are supposed to uphold law and order. Because of Shilense, Nigerian police ancient of this, when will you change? The people where they call, say let the welfare of police be better. Tomorrow when I go carry, look at your mates, the people where don't retire. Now that time they don't carry banner, they go protest in front of National Assembly, say no to police slavery. So now when you retire, you realize that you were a slave for 35 years and counting. While you were in service, what did you do? Look at police barracks. Even animals should not be kept in those kind of places in a sane society. What is your welfare? What is your salary? People where they come out to come and say, Nigerian youth, let things be done better. Let things go the right way. Let even police have some dignity. Now those ones when they see to arrest. Meanwhile, criminals are holding stakeholder meeting. See video of Aisha Wahab for Bushway kidnappers. The point gone for her head. If to say she been the abuse government, DSS for nowhere she did. But Nigeria is like we they live for kidnapping Olympics. The more people you kidnap, the easier for you to get stakeholder meeting, peace deal with government. Nigerian police, free Sowore, free innocent people and go after criminals. A lot is going on in the country that you should be doing. Find work to do and stop this oshikiri, because it no go help anybody. For 65 years, when una go tire, when will you decide that as a force, let us be professional and do the right thing? We want to take court order. Nigerian police PRO, Nigerians want to know exactly what the constitution defines as restricted areas. Where should we carry our grievances to? In our peaceful protest, where should we take it to? To your house or to your market square or to your village or the seat of power? We want to know those court order and let us know the judge that ruled it, if that is what the Nigerian judiciary has turned itself into. May God help Nigeria. Nigerian police, free Sowore and peaceful protesters. Go after criminals and let us have a stable society. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
Well, he had discussions with the legal team yesterday, and all of us were shocked when we came to court and the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation previous, Kanu announced to the court that himself and the legal team, especially those of the Inner Temple, are withdrawing. And the judge also was shocked and asked Nnamdi Kanu about it, and he concurred that for now that he would take charge of his defense. Doesn't mean that if tomorrow an opportunity arises that lawyers will not also be part of it. So, but for today, probably tomorrow, he would take charge of his defense. So that's what happened in court. And
were you surprised?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly or shocked?
Well, surprised and shocked at the same time. In terms that none of us knew about it. I came to court, just like I've always done, attend the court hearings and all the stuff, and I sat there listening. I kept making the contributions. It's just between Nnamdi Kanu, the prosecution team and the defense team, and the judge. So as of today, the lawyers have virtually stood down. Whether they have given Nnamdi Kanu his case files, I do not know. But when you go to section 36(6)(b) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which are actually a crucial provision towards fair hearing, specifically to persons who are charged with criminal or capital offenses, is the constitutional right of Mr. Kanu to decide to take over the defense of his own case. It is also his constitutional right that adequate time and facilities be provided for him to ensure that to ensure that he has adequate defense.
Yeah, but I don't think the issue is whether or not he. I mean, I think everybody knows he's got constitutional that right, which is why the judge allowed it. But the question is, what's the thinking behind it? I mean, you know, things aren't going well when you fire the people who are supposed to protect and represent you in a trial, don't you? I mean, did it appear to you to be an act of sort of visceral rage, impulsive, chaotic purge that wasn't well thought out? Or do you think he thought it out?
If you look at the statements made by the leadership, Agabi Kanu, he said after the meeting they had yesterday that the information was told them that they were going to be debriefed and that they respect the rights of Nnamdi Kanu.
No, I understand that, but I'm
so
trying
if there was anything
to
that
get
happened,
to the backstory.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if there was anything that happened otherwise at that meeting, I was not in that meeting. I only showed up.
But I mean, you would have heard things. I mean, you talked to him.
No, really.
You guys normally hug each other at the end of the trial. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, we sat close.
Did he whisper anything into your ear?
No, but at the end of the day, he was actually, he was actually led through the judge's chambers to be evacuated back from the Federal High Court to the detention center. So we didn't have enough time to discuss in court. to say, because he's often brought to court 10 minutes to 9.
Right.
And the judge comes out exactly about 9 dot. So there wasn't that much of a time beyond the camaraderie
and we didn't hear
the
from,
visiting.
I mean, we obviously saw the statement. I was actually hoping that we would hear that clip from the lawyers,
From the
because they
lawyers.
made a public statement,
Yes.
which has been run on a rise
Yes,
sort of
yes.
several times today.
Yes.
But I mean, is there anything beyond that public statement that that might have said perhaps in out of camera to you?
No, nothing yet. I've yet to be informed otherwise.
Right.
You know, but I know that tomorrow he may be meeting with some of the current legal team that were debriefed.
Right.
May be possible some additional members of the legal team to go forward, at least to have some people who will surround him and be giving him, you know, legal advice where necessary, and the authorities that he will need to proceed with the defense of his case.
Right.
But what we are saying, crucially, Charles, is that Section 36(6)(b) is essential that it appears that the government is rushing his defense by giving him 5 days. He's already made known to the court, and the court has given summons to 23 witnesses. He will need to spend time to discuss with those witnesses, and where those witnesses are not compliant, to ensure that the court compels them to, through subpoena, to come and testify in court as to their knowledge of events from the time he was arrested to the time he was extraordinary renditioned, and from the time the trials also began 5-6 years ago. So if you're going to rush, the prosecution has had more than 10 years to prepare for this matter. They've arraigned him on several charges, withdrew several charges, and rearraigned him. They've had adequate time to present their case, and they have rested their case. The defense also requires adequate time to be able to present their case. You cannot say in a capital offense, a criminal trial that has so many significance, not just for jurisprudence, but the social and security dynamics in Nigeria, that Nnamdi is expected that is within 5 days to be able to put a defense. If you're going to railroad him, just like the court in their determination, court says he does not verily believe that access to lawyers at the DSS facilities may be videoed, may be eavesdropped. So he agreed for 3 hours. That was yesterday's meeting, for himself and his lawyers to meet at the judges at the court 7 specifically. But if you go to court 7, there are video cameras, opportunities to also eavesdrop. I'm not saying that his lordship was in his chamber, but what if he was in chamber? Who else was in chamber with him to eavesdrop on the discussions between Mazen Nnamdi and his lawyers?
Well, they would argue that it's getting all rather paranoid now.
No, it's not. No, if you agreed that because of electronic cameras and audio equipment and all the stuff in DSS would not be adequate for him to have concrete discussions with his lawyers in the defense of his case, and you're moving him from DSS to his court. But the court itself is also...
Yeah, but I mean, obviously the judge has more confidence in the court than the DSS facility.
Well, he's not...
So that's...
No, he moved the matter from the DSS facility to the court.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hoping that the court will be an adequate place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He obviously has more confidence
absolutely,
in the
but then the same court has the same issues as it would be at the DSS. The court is also wired electronically.
Yeah, but maybe the judge, because he's a judge in that court. I mean, I'm just speculating. Has more control and more access to that kind of material.
So what if the judge was eavesdropping on his conversations with his lawyers? Would that not also affect? Would that not also affect the way and manner, the perception that he sees with the case?
That's purely
and
speculative.
would also lead to bias.
Yeah.
Sowore has been granted bail. However, while we were conferring with him just here, with all the team of his lawyers and supporters, he was violently attacked by the police. More than 50 police officers violently attacked him and took him again by force You know, we do not know where they are taking him to. They claim the officer who initiated the attack claimed that he had gotten the remand order. He flashed the remand order to us, but we insisted on seeing and reviewing the details. But he refused and put it back in his pocket. And the next thing he said that they must go. We said, where are you taking him to? He said they are taking him to Kuje prison. But we said we needed to see the place of the remand as inserted by the court, but he refused to show us the order. An argument ensued. He said because Sowore called the IG useless, that they must deal with Sowore. All of them started dragging Sowore and attacking him. Violently, they even tore his shirt in the process. You know, so that is the update currently. We're in the process of trying to perfect the condition for bail. So that is
because I can't be fine in a system that impunity has been entrenched as an institution on its own, where an IGP who charged minors for treason because they were asking for good governance, killed peaceful protesters, had the shameless temerity to ask Amnesty International to stop lying about what they did, and National Human Rights Commission reported. And such IG today believes that he has been insulted because Sowore called him illegal IGP. But you can also, I think Nigerians can all see that he's advertising publicly his illegality and illegitimacy. But the important thing is not even just the IGP, it's the system. We cannot continue in such a system and hope that our future holds the dream of Nigeria we have in our minds. Impunity reigns, there will be no progress. And that is why it is very important for all Nigerians to realize this point: there is no sitting on the fence. It's not allowed. We must all rise up and hold these leaders accountable and responsible at all times. Revolution now.
But Rex, some say the police have done the right thing by taking the case to court. Why are you against this move by the police?
Is there any right thing that the police has done from the inception of the APC in this country? Not even today. The police at itself was set up as a constabulary for the royal business of England. And since then till now, they have just been about guiding the bourgeoisie, the elite class. It has never been about policing Nigerians. What of Okoya's son that was spraying money? Has he been charged to court? The videos flying everywhere with the policemen scaling fences with masks, have they been investigated? The ones that one lawyer was killed 2 years ago with her pregnancy of twins, what happened to the policeman? The one who raped a lady inside the police station, what happened to him? So let's stop deceiving ourselves by saying they have done the right thing. There's no right thing about injustice. What they are just doing is normal drama that we are used to. And if we keep deceiving ourselves and expect that these same people who are unrepentant will do the right thing, then we're not ready about our future. Look at Nigerians jackbarring every day. It's not because they don't love this country. They are losing faith, not even in the present, in the future. And some of them are ready to go and wash bomb for their children. So we cannot continue. I don't have anywhere to go to. I don't even have the money to start facilitating Jackpa. So if I'm here in this country, it's my country. I should feel free. I should have human dignity in my country. How can you imagine children being shot at with live ammunition for asking that we want good governance? Charged to court for treason. Such a country should tell you that even your own News Central, this is News Central, your journalists were attacked in Lagos on air. What did you do about it? What did the police do right about it? Did they charge those people to court? They are the ones who use the same hoodlums around us. So the only problem we've been having in this country since is one, ignorance, and two, fear. When people say they divide us with religion, ethnicity, and that, if we are knowledgeable enough, religion and the rest will not be our problem, because in the Senate House, in the National Assembly, Christian, Muslim, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, they all dwell there. They share SUVs without any problem. When people increase their constituency allowance, they forgot their party lines. They were all singing on your mandate, we shall stand. What about us? We, these oppressed people, when we decide that we too want to be united, already our sufferings are uniting us. Look at hunger, look at fuel, look at groundnut oil. So we must come to that point where we, you, the media, the security agencies, the civilians, must realize that Nigeria's liberation has become a responsibility for us.
Now let me just cut you short here.
Yes.
Let me cut you short here. You made some demands. Can we get one or two of those demands?
We want, first of all, we must stop rewarding impunity. IGP Egbetoku should resign or be fired. The other PPRO, who is very, very unprofessional, should the what Ademuyiwa something jobby, he should be Prince Moyewan on Twitter. He should resign or be fired from that position. He's bringing serious disrepute to the Nigerian state. Then Omoyele Sowore should be released unconditionally and immediately and be apologized to, very importantly. So we want to send a very clear message to the government that It's not just about Sowore. Nigerians are tired. There are just a lot of them who are so scared. They don't want to die. They don't want to. But already, if you look at people who have died from banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism, it's more in just the last 3 months. It's more than the people who have died from protesting since 1960.
We are giving Nigerian police 48 hours to release Sowore, or else there will be another protest next week. Because up till now, you haven't published the court order that says we cannot have peaceful protest in our country. Peaceful protest is our right. Peaceful protest, it is our right to ask government to say, no, we are not happy with this, do that, change this, change that. It is not their government alone. It's government for the people, by the people. Government for the people, by the people, for the people. It is not government for some, by some, to some. So why protest is our right? Is our right, fundamental right. No be say you na dash us. So why arresting those people? And if you are saying there is court order or restriction in some areas, publish it, let us see. Then we can now know where they've gone wrong. You cannot just tell us there is court order, invisible court order, and you are now picking protesters, locking them up. No, it is our right to protest. We can demand for anything at any time. So why the arrest? So next week will be full of protests, peaceful protest again, chocker-blocker. We will come out and demand for the release of the protesters that you have arrested, because it is our right. And if you are saying there is court order, publish it. Let us see the date of this order, who gave this order,